We begin tonight with breaking news. Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes released from his position by Mayor Katie Wilson. Fox 13 can now confirm the reports through 5 different sources. Sources telling Fox 13 Barnes began texting several people this evening discussing his dismissal. Barnes had been scheduled to conduct one-on-one interviews with Seattle media Wednesday afternoon, but those interviews were abruptly canceled. Fox 13 captured Barnes at the silent vigil held tonight for the bite of Seattle shooting victims at the Seattle Center around 6:30. Barnes placed flowers at the scene before leaving abruptly. Sources telling Fox 13 he had a meeting with the mayor after the vigil. On Sunday night, the Seattle Police Department and city officials faced criticism after waiting several hours to hold a news conference about the bite of Seattle shooting. 5 hours after the shooting, officials finally provided an update with Assistant Chief Tyrone Davis in attendance, but Chief Sean Barnes did not attend. On Monday morning, Barnes was present at a second bite of Seattle shooting investigation news conference with Mayor Katie Wilson. He told media outlets he was out of town Sunday, attending the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives Conference hosted in Dallas. After Monday morning's press conference, video captured a confrontation between Barnes and a reporter. Barnes was appointed chief by former Mayor Bruce Harrell in December of 2024. He previously served as chief of police in Madison, Wisconsin. He has more than 25 years of experience in law enforcement. We have extensive coverage on fox13seattle.com, and we'll have live.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something. In Seattle, and what you see happening across the nation is a combination of incompetence when it comes to leadership, as well as incompetence when it comes to policing. And if you look at all of these different people and all of these different police chiefs that are walking away, it's for several different reasons. Number one is because they're not aligned with what policing is supposed to look like when it comes to our communities. And number two, what you see happening is they're looking for a scapegoat as far as the leadership of these cities, and that's why you see either A, they're resigning, or B, you see them using them as a scapegoat and getting fired, right? In this instance, it only took one major situation, which we all knew something was going to happen that was bad in these places, right? In particular in Seattle, it took one situation as far as this whole taste situation, and they didn't have any kind of policing. They didn't have the right type of security. Now that the fallout from what was going on at this whole shooting over in Seattle, somebody had to roll, and it had to be the police chief.
Well, I don't really. I agree to a certain extent with Anton Daniels, what he's saying, but I have to divert again. Um, I don't know if that's the case. I'm in Seattle. He's in Detroit. I'm from Seattle. I'm in Seattle area, and I don't know necessarily agree with it, but there was the bite of Seattle had a major incident that actually expired several individuals. Um, God bless their souls. But I don't. There's always a political fallout when things of this nature happens, and I hope that's not the result of our Seattle police chief being released by the mayor of Seattle. But there will be more information that comes out, in the long run that will uh, exonerate them statements. But hopefully that's the case. I hope it's something entirely totally different, because we want we have a lot of difficult times over in Washington right now. We don't want to lose any more officers out there at the higher level rankings, executive level rankings, as the police chief, or any uh, uh, beat walking officers. So I hope that's not the case, but hey, it's a possibility. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna say there's in politics, you never know, that it's a possibility. But I'm gonna go with the strong indicator that that's not the case. I think it's just maybe the mayor had to make some changes for uh, at the higher level for whatever purpose. But let's continue on watching this. maybe he'll say something else that maybe I more likely I agree with.
I don't think that Katie Wilson in Seattle is in any way, shape, or form even making decisions for herself. They thought that she was going to be the Mom Donnie over in Seattle. They're looking for socialists. They're looking for people that ultimately um, could kind of galvanize the base of Democrats. And so when people are not being competent in these arenas, in these areas, then they are ultimately getting fired. But the elected official can't get fired, right? They have a whole 4 years to go into these places like Portland, like Seattle, like Chicago, and completely ruin the fabric of what these places are supposed to be, right? You got these large corporations that's invested billions and billions of dollars and they're walking away. You have a tax base that's upset and their taxes is going up and their services are going down. Now you have crime at the forefront, which is the trifecta that's now showing its ugly head, and residences have been protesting, they have been getting upset, they have been angry at what leadership in Seattle and a lot of these other liberal cities have been highlighted. Now, they don't have the ability to be able to blame ICE. They don't have the ability to blame Trump. They don't have the ability to blame any Republicans whatsoever. And so, left to their own devices, what do? They eat each other. They try to save themselves from themselves. And so, what I see is a combination of two things happening in Seattle. The leadership is incompetent. And the mayor and the leadership, which also includes city council. Let's not forget city council. I know that the mayor is trash and Katie Wilson, but the city council is just as bad, and they're looking for an out when it comes to Katie Wilson. They blaming her, she blaming the police chief and businesses, and nobody is saying, it's my fault, I need to take ownership of it, I need to take accountability and responsibility of what's going on. And so that's why you see everything continuing to go bad in these spaces. He's just the latest casualty. Yes, I do think that he's incompetent. Yes, I have been paying attention to his responses. Yes, I do look at this diversity, equity, and inclusion police chiefs that's all across the nation. And again, do I think that he's a bad police officer? Maybe not. As a police chief, completely incompetent. But at the same time, they're just executing on the agenda of what Katie Wilson and what leadership is asking for. And so they're
But I have to, this is hard to say. I disagree with Anton Daniels on this one here. I think this the chief is not incompetent. I think this chief is doing the best he can do with the advice with the staff he has. In Washington here, man, we don't have a lot of officers. We need more officers in the city of Seattle. We're one of the biggest, if not the biggest city. We're the biggest city in the state of Washington, and we don't have the largest staff of police officer. I think Tacoma, Washington has the largest staff right now, and so we're limited in our capacity to protect the city streets. So there's always going to be some possibility of situation that we can't get to in a timely manner. The Seattle Police Department can't get to in a timely manner. I think there's any leadership. There's always, not always, but there is a possibility of some incompetence. I wouldn't put it on the one particular individual or one particular group. I like my city. I think we have a great city. We have our own personal view of how we see things out here. But it's we are in the Pacific Northwest. The city council is doing their best they can do. We have a new mayor, Katie Wilson. I think she's doing the best she can do at this particular time as she learn and grow. She never been. This is a first time mayorship. She never had this position before. This is an executive level position, and she needs time to grow. We all make mistakes along the way of trial and error, learning. Maybe this is a mistake that she's releasing this particular mayor. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe as Anton Daniels has stated that there is media presence that's putting pressure on the mayoral office and also the council and the different and the police department, the chief of police, the executive branch leadership. That's a possibility. Um, I don't know the full outcome. I'm only could uh, react to this video with Anton Daniels. I think Anton Daniels has his point and have his reasons for his points. I have to divert from his point because I am actually, as we like to say, boots on the ground. I'm seeing we are having a lot of pressure. 30% of our businesses downtown Seattle is no longer there. We have the tax basis is shifting. We have a lot of issues going on, and definitely crime is a considerable situation here in the city of Seattle. Um, I think we have a good police department. We just need more foot soldiers to be out there on the front lines to protect our citizens. I don't think necessarily that we're doing a bad job. We're doing what we can do, managing what we can do with what we have. And I think this police chief has did the best he can do. And I don't know the personal reasons why the mayor is releasing this uh, chief as anti-Daniel. Maybe a political move. Is that a possibility? Quite natural, it's a possibility. I'm not saying that is the possibility. That is what seems to be Anton Daniel allegedly are putting forth, that that's the possibility. He have his own reasons. He have his own views. I'm just reacting to this video because it's dealing with my home city, my home state, and I think they talk about DEI. I don't know necessarily DEI. I'm not saying this gentleman is a DEI hire. He has over 25 years of law enforcement experience background. He started his position in December 2024, under the mayor, our mayor, Bruce Harrell, uh, the benevolent mayor, Bruce Harrell. Uh, he chose this gentleman, for our chief of police, Mr. Sean Barnes. I think he did a great job with what he has to deal with. Maybe he's not the perfect articulative person to get his message across, but I think he's doing the best he can do with what he had to work with. And it was a short period. It's only approximately a little over a year that he was on the force, year and a half. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I hope the mayor, whatever reason the mayor made the decision to take him out of his position, that's her decision and her office decision. We'll figure it out in the long run. But the city council, we have a great city council. We have a great police department. We need more officers. We have a new mayor that's we're going through changes, as the trifecta, as Anton Daniels stated: business, taxes, protection, crime, protecting citizens from crime. We just had the FIFA here. Um, so we're going through a lot of transition. So we'll see what the next 4 years, as he said, the Anton Daniels eloquently stated. The mayor is elected official, has 4 years, and we'll see. Hopefully there'll be a turnaround here, and maybe this is a possibility of turnaround, because she particularly didn't hire this police chief. Maybe she wants to put a police chief that she feel more comfortable with in that position. Um, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know the outcome, but I think it's more than just a political move. Without further ado, I enjoyed this reaction. What do you think? Leave your commentaries down below. Let me know what you think.
They're not acting on their own devices. Unfortunately for the people in Seattle, which obviously I've been paying attention to what's going on in Seattle for a while now, they have to deal with the repercussions of their voting. They have to deal with the repercussions of their voting, right? And ever since that 10-6 change, everything is public facing, everything becomes politics, and they can't even do their job because they're handcuffed, and they have a limited budget to be able to do the things that they need to do as far as making sure that crime doesn't continue to show us and rear its ugly head over in this super liberal city where they were advocating for defunding the police. Isn't that crazy?
Coverage on Good Day Seattle.
New reaction coming in from several groups this morning over reports that Sean Barnes was asked by Seattle's mayor to resign from his role as the city's police chief. This as a group of black community leaders held a rally inside City Hall this morning, urging the mayor to keep Barnes as Seattle's top cop. Good morning, I'm Molly Shen.
See, right there. There's a lot of people on the chief's side, and hopefully the mayor will consider this a new mayor. She's a first-term mayor. She's learning, growing. Maybe she will. As we stated, as the the anchor stated that reporter stated they asked him, the mayor asked him to resign. Maybe this is the media is jumping to the head of the gun. Maybe not. We'll see. We're going to see in the next couple of days, see what's going on. Hopefully, this can be addressed. And as Anton Daniel stated, we are a very liberal city. The city of Seattle is very liberal overall. I think we're overarching large population liberal state. We have conservative citizens as well, but we're overarching, I believe, as he stated, we're a liberal state. And in major cities, we're very liberal. So we have a good voting system. We're a very highly educated community, society, state of citizens here. So I don't know if it's just the voting. We have great voting. I think we have a great system here in the state of Washington as far as our voting system. So I don't think that's unnecessary. I don't know about that much about Detroit. I should have a little more information about Detroit. I will be looking more into that state. But yeah, I'm very positive about my state. I had to react to this video. I think like I said, any young new mayor coming in, Katie Wilson, first term mayor, never had held a position like at that level before in her career. She's doing her best. She's learning and growing. And we have a great chief. Hopefully we'll be able to keep the chief, Sean Barnes. The community is backing him up, advocating for him. And that's what we do in the state of Washington. If we see something that may be unjust to certain communities, or we feel that we're moving in the wrong direction, we voice our opinion. That's part of the people, the village. So I think we do it a little different from other states, and maybe the Anton Daniels don't know that particularly about our state of Washington. But I respect his viewpoints, and I thank him for that. Without further ado, I hope you like this commentary, this reaction commentary. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think.